What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, we're going to be doing some more work on the budget build Mustang again today using the MPVI3 from HP Tuners, so stay tuned. Some of you might remember from one of my previous videos when I was repairing the leaking heater pipe that runs under the intake here, I deleted the intake valves that are inside of the intake manifold here. The reason that I did this is because one of these flaps actually broke off and got sucked into the intake and got spit out into the valves in the motor. This is the piece of the flap that I retrieved from inside of my motor, and this thing could have caused catastrophic damage. And now that those flaps are deleted from the mechanical side of the system, I need to delete them from the ECU side. And that's where HP Tuners is going to come in. I just bought the credits so I can start tuning the 3-valve Mustang, but guys, let me tell you, I am not a tuner. I used this previously for the C5 Corvette, but I only did E-tunes for that. So somebody else actually used this to tune the car, and then I just uploaded the tune. But this time, I'm going to be taking the wheel on it, and I'm going to try this for myself. And I think this will be enough for me to kind of dip my toe in the water and start getting comfortable with HP Tuners, so that way I can start doing more in the future. And on top of the HP Tuner stuff that I'm doing today, I also got a few Christmas presents that are going to help freshen up the Mustang. And I do want to apologize, I'm pretty sick today, so if I sound stuffy or I lack enthusiasm, that's why. Now first things first, we got to add a little rice to this hog. We got the fake carbon fiber and everything on it. Get rid of this long john here. Cross-threaded or not, tight is tight. Next, we have to replace this crusty-ass rear view mirror. I have no idea what happened to this thing, but it is pretty nasty. So we got a new one. So let's get this thing swapped out. Much better. That thing looks sweet. Yeah, this thing was nasty. And now I have a new center console here because as you can see on the old one here, this part's all peeling up and it just looks terrible. This is super common to happen on these Mustangs. They just start peeling up and there's really no fixing them. They're super cheap on like Amazon or eBay. Just to get one of these, it's like 25 bucks. So I was like, why not? So really all you have to do is there are 4 bolts right on the hinge here. You just undo these bolts and it pops right off. There we go. No more nasty old one. Now you just pop the new one in the same place. Oh yeah, that looks so much nicer. So the final things that I'm doing for the interior today is I am replacing the shift boot because this thing is torn to shreds. And then I'm also replacing this shift knob because it has a giant crack through it. Here's what I'm replacing it with, so let's get started. Uh-oh, I don't like the feel of that. Feels like that's glued on. That might make things a little difficult today. Oh no. Great. I love that. Part of me is debating on whether or not I should take this off now. Maybe I should just leave it. But the other part of me is like, we're past that now. Oh yeah, we're way past that now. Oh, Billy. We are officially at the point of no return. All right, that's good. It's turning. Now hopefully there are threads left underneath this. Shoo! Yep. They glued it in there. I don't know why you would do that, but they did. I don't think that they realized that this was just pressed into the part that had a crack in it, and gluing it literally doesn't do anything. I feel like this entire series is turning into just me unfucking things on this car. Well, update, the shift boot looks fantastic, but I realized with my shift knob here, yeah, I got the 1.25 thread pitch. This is 1.75. Online, there are contradicting sources from the forums. Some people say 1.25, some people say 1.75. I measured this, and this is 1.75. So this is incorrect. So I'm going to have to send this back and get another one. So in the meantime, I will not have a shift knob, which kind of sucks, but you know, whatever. Rookie mistake here, I guess. I should have measured it before ordering one, but oh well. We got some good progress today as far as the interior goes. So now let's get HP tuners hooked up. So first things first, you want to plug in your MPVI 3 into your OBD2 port and then hook it up to your computer. Next, you're going to grab your key. You're going to put it into your ignition. And then you're going to come up here, click Read Vehicle, and then click Read. And then it says turn off ignition, wait 3 seconds, turn on ignition, and then press OK. So we're going to turn it off. Wait 3 seconds, and then turn it back on. Press OK, and now it'll start reading the vehicle. So once it's done reading, you want to save the stock tune. Always make sure that you do this in case you mess something up so you have something to fall back on. So now if you haven't already, make sure to resync the interface. At this point, you can take the key out of the ignition. I usually do this just that way I don't kill the battery. And then you want to come up here and you want to open up your stock tune. Now come up here to engine, and then this is where we're going to get into all the stuff to delete the IMRC. So you're going to come over to airflow here, go over to IMRC, and these two, so you're going to go to switch and position sensor, and you're going to disable both of these. And these are to delete the IMRC. So this is the easiest and most foolproof way to disable the IMRC system in the ECU, but the most correct way to do it is to go into all your different tables and basically disable in all of your closed tables. So IMRC closed, you want to copy all of your IMRC open tables into the closed tables. So if you do this, it kind of is a little bit muddy. You know, there's a ton of tables that you have to go into. I think there's 8 different tables or something like that. I'm going to leave the link to that in the description because there's a write-up on that on the HP Tuners bulletin. So to follow that procedure is a little bit more complex, but for my purposes, just going in here and disabling the switch and position sensor is going to do it for me. I really don't think that it's necessary to go in and copy all of the open tables and copy them into the closed tables. Again, this is the most correct way to do it according to some of the online tuners, but from what I've heard, it doesn't really matter a whole lot. So now make sure that you don't save this as your stock file. You want to come up here and press Save As, and you want to save this as a new file. So instead of saying stock tune, say something like IMRC delete or something like that, and save it, just so that way you have both of these files. Now the only other thing that we have to do besides this is we have to go over to Engine Diag, and we have to go over to DTCs, and we have to go down to its P2000 is kind of where it starts. So here we go, P2004 all the way through P2008. These are all of your IMRC, which is the intake manifold runner control lights. So all of these need to be switched over from P2004. All these need to be switched over to no error reported. So I'm going to do that real quick. And now that I'm looking at it, I think that 2014, 15, and 20, I think all of these have to be set to no error reported as well. So I'm going to do these two. So anything that has to do with the intake manifold runner control, these all are going to get set to no error reported, and that'll make sure that no check engine lights come on when there are errors. All right, so now at this point we have everything changed, so we can turn the car back on. And now we can write the vehicle. So we're going to click this here. We are going to say show license options. And then this is 2 credits. So I am going to license it as the specific vehicle. I have 2 credits available. It is 2 credits to purchase this license. So I'm going to click OK. Are you sure this action cannot be undone? Yes, I am sure. So now we are going to write entire and write. Again, it says turn off the ignition for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Turn it back on. And then click write. So first it's going to erase, and then it's going to write the new tune. Also, before doing this, make sure you have a full battery. Okay, write complete. So now let's just start it up and make sure everything works. But there you have it, guys. That's how to delete the IMRC on your 05 to 09 Mustang GT using HP tuners. Again, I'm going to link the write-up to the correct version in the description below, so make sure to check that out. But honestly, guys, everybody that I know that has deleted the IMRC has used the method that I showed you today, so I wouldn't feel too bad about using this method. And as you guys saw, the car starts up and runs completely fine right now, but of course, I am going to do some more testing at wide open throttle and that kind of stuff before I give you guys the final update. As far as the budget for this build, I'm not going to add any of the costs for the interior parts because those were gifts, but I am going to add the costs for the HP Tuners credits, so that cost was $99.98. And with that, we are still on track to hit our budget goal. But that's all for this week. If you found this video helpful, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for future content. I'll catch you guys next week. Later.